Actor Ruby Rose has quit Twitter after receiving backlash from her casting as Batwoman on the CW. You're watching What's Trending, I'm Shira Lazar. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more social media news daily. Batwoman is going to be part of the CW's Arrowverse, which includes The Flash, Supergirl, and of course, Arrow. The character is going to first appear in an Arrowverse crossover special with potential to launch her own series in 2019. And Batwoman appearing on TV brings with it some weight. That's because Batwoman was reintroduced in 2006 by DC Comics as a lesbian street fighter. So Rose is set to portray the first gay superhero to lead their own TV series. That's a lot of firsts. And the CW was adamant about a member of the LGBTQ+ community taking on this role. Ruby Rose came out as a lesbian at the age of 12 and identifies as gender fluid. So when the casting was first announced, it seemed like a big win for the LGBTQ+ community and TV as a whole. Rose wrote on Instagram, "The bat is out of the bag and I am beyond thrilled and honored. I'm also an emotional wreck because this is a childhood dream. This is something I would have died to have seen on TV when I was a young member of the LGBT community who never felt represented on TV and felt alone and different. Thank you everyone. Thank you God." And there was plenty of initial praise online for Rose's casting. Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow, tweeted, "Hey Ruby Rose, welcome. It's characters like Batwoman that will carry our universe into the future. See you soon." And even Mariah Carey congratulated her after Rose said that Carey's song, Hero, was an inspiration to her growing up.
Hero, Mariah Carey. I am, still to this day, Mariah Carey's biggest fan. When I was getting bullied in school, when I was having a tough time, when I was finding myself, this song just, it meant so much to me. I even convinced my church to let me sing it.
But soon enough, a backlash started that eventually would lead Rose to quitting Twitter. And this is where social media and the community can kinda suck. At BitterVZland wrote, "They bragged about auditioning only lesbian actresses, and one of them could have had her breakout role playing one of the most iconic lesbians in comics, and they just gave the part to Ruby Rose. Literally everything the CW does feels disingenuous." At Harl Ivy said, "No tea, no shade, but is Ruby Rose the only lesbian actress Hollywood knows, or do they just don't want to take any chances by hiring an unknown lesbian actress and giving her a chance to rise in her career?" And at Fern Lore tweeted, "She can't act. One should see her on Orange is the New Black and it's cringy. Why?" And by the way, it's not just criticism of her acting abilities that's being put out there. Kate Kane, Batwoman's alter ego, is also presented in the comics as a woman of Jewish descent, and Ruby Rose is not Jewish. At Yola Woho wrote, "I'm disappointed that Ruby Rose was cast as Batwoman considering it's a complete erasure of Kate Kane's Jewishness. They should have cast a Jewish lesbian to play a Jewish lesbian character." And Gay Kaleidoscope said, "After this legit backlash, you'd think Ruby and her supporters would realize that Ruby, a non-Jewish person, stole a role from actual Jewish actresses and thus taking away the already very few rep Jewish people have, but nope." This whole controversy has caused the hashtag #RecastBatwoman to trend on Twitter for days. And many online are asking the CW to give the role to actress Ashley Platt, whose audition was posted to Twitter the day the announcement was made.
Thanks, but I think we'll stay right where we are.
Maybe we should just go.
We will. Once this guy admits that the only thing that is offensive about my sneakers is that I'm wearing them while dating another woman.
Okay, ma'am, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Are you sure afraid is the word you meant to use right there? Because afraid is worrying that you're going to be treated as less than when you go out to dinner. You know, afraid is like being a woman and going alone anywhere. Afraid is existing as anything other than a straight white man.
There's even a petition online encouraging the CW to give Platts the role. Platts, who is both openly gay and Jewish, tweeted her appreciation but gave her support to Ruby Rose. She tweeted, "Seeing so many people hashtag #RecastBatwoman and rooting for me. First, I appreciate how much support and love you're sending my way. Second, I know this role means a lot to Ruby, it would mean a lot to me, and she will work her ass off to fulfill the character." After all the backlash, Ruby Rose deleted her Twitter account over the weekend. Her last message on the platform read in part, "When women and minorities join forces, we are unstoppable. When we tear each other down, it's much more hurtful than from any group." She continued, "I'm looking forward to getting more than 4 hours of sleep and to break from Twitter to focus all my energy on my next 2 projects. If you need me, I'll be on my backbone." Now, this is the one really unfortunate aspect of modern online culture. Fans these days are super passionate. We love a good fandom, and they do have the right to voice their disapproval of where a TV show or a movie is going. But there's a difference between voicing your opinion and then going into a huge movement of harassment against a project or a person. And of course, yes, representation is important. And maybe CW should have reached further to not just cast someone who was in the LGBTQ+ community, but also Jewish in this case. But our culture that's really about instant reaction can possibly lead to unintended consequences. And that's when I feel like we've gone too far, when someone doesn't feel safe that they can be part of what's going on. Entertainment writer Alicia Grasso wrote, "Ruby Rose gets cast as Batwoman. People are such a-holes, they chase her off Twitter. This is why fandom is awful now. No one is happy about anything, ever. Enjoy all your creators leaving social media because you're terrible and left them with no other choice, fanatics." But we want to know what you think. Who is right or wrong in this debate? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more of What's Trending. And for more stories, go to whatstrending.com.